Timmons Arena. You either hate it or you love it. For me, I love it. It is my second home on campus as I spend much of my day socializing, watching TV, eating, sleeping, and of course putting in the time and effort to make myself a better football player. This right here is one of the 3 locker room television sets. And I have the 3 of them all to myself when all the other football players are off of their position meetings. This is when I get to relax in my locker and watch a game, TV show, or a movie. The sweet, refreshing taste of fountain Gatorade. Something about this Gatorade makes it the best tasting Gatorade I have ever had. Yes, everyone has access to this Gatorade, but kickers get to drink the most because we earn it by being in the locker room more than anybody else. This is my locker. It looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Us kickers have a lot of extra time on our hands compared to the other position players, so I like to keep my area clean and organized to make my space comfortable and relaxing as I prepare myself for practice or games. This is me taking a nap after a long hard day of classes and studying. I am blessed to have the time before practice where I can do that. Other players are always coming in saying, "Man, I wish I could take a nap before practice." And I usually always respond with, "You should have been a kicker." Can you guess which helmet is mine? That's right, the one with not a single scratch on it. The helmet on the left belongs to one of our offensive linemen. He hits someone every single play and has a lot of head trauma. My head is just fine, and I almost never have to hit anyone. This is practice for me. I look at it every day as another chance to get better. The majority of the rest of the team look at it as 2.5 hours of hell. I have to admit though, my practice is much easier as I put in about 30 minutes of actual practice and I just mess around for the rest of the time. Right here is where we do a lot of team bonding after practice. We come to these benches, take our cleats and pads off, and talk about how rough or how easy practice just was. We even go deeper and talk about life and love. This is the place where the team becomes a family. Just like anything in life, you have your highs and you have your lows. And this is one of the lows in the overall sweet life of a kicker. Working out is not the worst thing in the world, but we still are a part of the team and have to do it. Here I sit at this table zoned in on my schoolwork, clocking in my mandatory study hours. This is probably what I dislike the most about my life as a student athlete, however, being a student. I still do my job of putting in the time and effort to be the best student I can be, because I do like to get good grades. This is some of the only film I watch for each week. Every Sunday afternoon for 10 minutes, I'll watch and see how the special teams and I did in the game before. From there, players go to their position meetings, and I usually go play basketball in the gym until practice starts. This is me in my first kick of my first game of my career back when I was a young freshman. I was blessed to start my first year as a kicker as the team needed someone to do the job. Unlike the other freshmen at the other positions, they all had people ahead of them. Game day. This picture pretty much sums up my attitude and how I take myself before a game. Other players have to get their mind right by getting pumped up and angry because they have to go out there and hit people. I am always happy, relaxed, and excited that I get to go out there and do what I love. About 2 hours before the game, fellow kicker Ben Granger and I stretch each other out and get as loose as we can. Staying flexible is about the only thing we have to do to keep us injury-free. After we get all loose and stretched out, Ben and I kick a few long field goals to show the players on the other team that we mean business. When we're done, we may run some routes to show our versatility as athletes. few minutes before the game starts, our coach gathers us around and gives us his short word of advice, where he usually just says, "Alright now, let's just go out there and get her done." He always knows just what to say to help us relax and play our best. Kickers are usually the main point of attention whenever we are out on the field. So when we get to play in big games like Clemson, Florida, and South Carolina, we get to go out there and show what we got to 80,000 fans, which is what we live for. Another thing I really enjoy about my position as a kicker is the physical and mental way that my job works. I play with relaxation, focus, and skill. And when the play is over, I'm not dead tired, nor is my body beat up from it. After the game, whether we win or lose, I always get together with my friends and family and take pictures for the moms. After all that, we always tailgate, watch other football games, go out to eat with everybody, and just plan out what we have going for the night. This is my reward after a game of playing well, the Special Teams Player of the Game poster. Like I said earlier, since kickers are usually the main point of attention, I receive a lot of these posters because other positions on special teams are harder to get noticed. Sweet life, right?